A great way to monetize a real estate directory or a local city guide or that sort of authority site. Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and welcome back to Serve at Scale. This is our community podcast where we look at innovative ways that you can 10x your audience, your output, your impact, and ultimately your income on a bootstrap budget. So I just finished a short PDF with some simple steps. This is in our private community, but I'm going to record this and publish this out on YouTube as well. So someone who's building a local directory kind of turned me on to this idea in the real estate niche about a month ago. And I think it's really a great way of building out a potentially a really profitable income stream using web services. So my whole approach to this sort of business is by offering back-end services. So you build one of these sorts of sites, the idea being to sell back-end services, big back-end services, web design, web consulting, whatever it is that you do, copywriting, email marketing, social media marketing, and you offer those services to a very specific niche, and you use the actual directory or marketplace or authority site to actually build a bridge between you and your ideal audience, right? It's very, very simple. You're positioning yourself as the go-to guru, the thought leader, the industry expert in your local area, in your niche, vertical, industry, or area of expertise. So here is the approach that we worked on for this particular person, and with his blessing, I'm sharing this with everyone else because it's literally an infinitely large niche, right? There's no limit to how many people can compete in this to some degree anyway and do very well. So go on. Step one would be, and again, there's a PDF in our community that you can download that has a little bit more detail and an audio guide. But step one is go to Etsy.com or something like an Etsy, a marketplace that has really nicely designed templates. And step two is you're going to target realtors or Airbnb. Host is another really good, sub niche in this domain, especially as we're kind of emerging from this whole COVID era in, much of the world. So you're going to get, access to these really great templates. They're very affordable. You can buy these for like 10 or 12 bucks. You can also do this via Canva directly as well without buying anything extra. Although I do recommend, if you use this approach, that you actually purchase a premium set of templates, much the way you would for your site itself, right? You want to put the most polished professional image out into the world. So you do that by dint of having the best available designs and templates to accomplish this. And then step three is you're going to create these either real estate PDFs or guides for realtors that actually broadcast or list all sorts of different things. It can be a individual house listing where you're going to get these pre-made templates, again, from Etsy, that you can use on Canva to create really beautiful listing brochures for real estate agents or for selling guides, let's say, or buying guides. So it doesn't just have to be for a specific listing. It can actually be you be creating marketing materials for realtors in this case, using customized to their particular business, but using these really beautiful high-end designs that are kind of done for you, and you just need to plug in their information. Now, the other little twist on this that you can do, which has a huge market that's relatively untapped, is you can contact Airbnb hosts and create the same thing for a rental unit, like what it is, the rules of the place, Wi-Fi passwords, city guides, things like that actually improve the renter's experience or the Airbnb experience for the folks who are actually renting that place for the night or the week or the month or however long it is. And again, you can create these really beautiful things that really do improve the experience of the renter, because I've been that person and I've certainly spent a lot of time in Airbnbs, and I know that when you show up at a place and it has these very, kind of nicely designed guides to not only the unit that you're renting, but also to the town or the restaurants or the city that you're staying in. It's really, really a nice touch, and it's very helpful, and it adds to the experience for sure. So most of those folks don't do that. Most places that I've stayed don't have those, but you do tend to remember the ones that do, and you can be the one who's offering that to your local Airbnb hosts, and you can probably charge anywhere from $100 to a couple $100, contingent upon how intensive the PDF or the guide is going to be. And of course, folks can print these out and post them on the wall of the place. If it's the Wi-Fi and the emergency contact. I've seen that done, and you can really do these in a beautiful way. And for a high-end listing, it's easy money, right? I mean, people are going to pay $100 or a couple $100 for a more complete set of resources, and you can be the person who's offering that to your community, or to your community in the sense that your community are real estate folks in a local marketplace, right? So there are tons of additional permutations to this, obviously. I mean, you can do this any which way that you want. It doesn't just have to be what I've just outlined. You just have to think creatively about how to add lots of value to your ideal audience or your quintessential client. And if your quintessential client is a real estate agent, and you're offering a listing on your site, on your directory, on your authority site, on your marketplace, and you actually add these back-end services, you can even you can sign contracts with real estate agents where every single listing that they procure or they get for themselves, you are the person that's going to do a house guide, like a guide to that particular house. And it really adds, especially in such a hot real estate market, a great way of, you could, how many real estate agents would you need to succeed with this, right? I mean, if you have 10 or 12 or 15 clients and you're using these really high-end plug-and-play templates that make your job super duper simple, it's really easy money. And you can either include that in the in the premium listing, let's say. So if you're doing a really high-end directory, you can also offer this as a concierge service, part and parcel of what they get for like the highest, stratus or strata of membership on your community. Or you can just offer it as a standalone service, or find some harmonious balance between those two things. I mean, obviously, the key to this is your imagination and creativity, but these are the sorts of ideas that you can implement, using this. What can you borrow to build? What can you leverage to launch? What tools, tech, software, and services make you look like a wizard, a superhero, et cetera, et cetera? This is our whole approach. And things like Canva and these pre-designed templates make you look like a superhero, make your life easy, while offering these really high-end services to the folks who you need to succeed as well. Okay, teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. There's a download also in the community section that you can access. It'll be available for everybody who's in the community on Monday, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday, the 5th, I believe it is. So if you're interested in that, you can download that if you're part of our community, as always. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful day.